Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Nike, China 5.7. Okay, first up, we are going to have tech. The Chinese are trying once again, and there have been some rather harsh discussions in the halls at the Ministry of Die Rolling. We'll see what happens. So, computers, long-range missiles, and chemical. Somebody finally hit computers. And they got long-range missiles, missed chemical. So, China goes to stage 2 on computers. They go to stage 2 on long-range missiles, and they remain at stage 3 on chemical. Okay, our next order of business is theater release authorization. Because FEC holds all of Manchuria, China gets 4 theater release dice again. And they got it for the 12. So let's grab the FEC roundel. And head around the table. To the China dashboard. Okay, you can see they're already released for battlefield nukes against FEC, and now they are released for theater nukes as well. So we've got 2 theater missiles in the reserve forces box to place. And those are going to we're going to put one down here at Zhejiang, right there, and they're going to put the other one here in eastern Tibet. Okay, that's that. Now purchase. You see the build plate there. China has elected to spend 10 on 5 paramilitary, 3 on Assam, and save 1. Now, there wasn't going to be any combat. We're still debating. Does China want to lash out with theater missiles and give FEC the opening to retaliate in kind? Well, desperate times call for desperate measures. They're going to have to do something. Because they're not in a good position. So, we are going to have 2 theater missile attacks. 1 from eastern Tibet. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 will be aimed at the minor shipyard in Uzbekistan. The other from Zhejiang here will be 1, 2, 3, 4 aimed at the major army base in Vladivostok. And I think that will be that. Yeah. All right, so let's get those rolled. So, let's see, theater missiles are 1d6. I believe they are. Let me double check. Don't want to have avoidable mistakes. Theater missile, no, theater missile and facility strike is 2d6. So we'll have 2d6 standing by for that. And we need AMD, since the Soviets do have that. All right, we'll do Uzbekistan first. That's a minor base, so it gets 1 AMD shot. And it hits, so that theater missile is shot down. Vladivostok is a major base. It gets 2 AMDs, which both miss, 8 and 9. So that theater missile gets through and does 8 damage to the major army base. So here we are. Let's move them out of the way a little bit so we can see better. There we go. My magic tweezers. Grab an 8. And put that right on the major army base there. All right, that's the end of combat. There isn't going to be any non-combat. They're not going to shuffle forces around just to be doing so. So we place units. So we're going to have 2 paramilitary go over here to eastern Xinjiang. Change 3 of those out for a green chip. So there are now 5 paramilitary in eastern Xinjiang. The other 3 paramilitary are going into Beijing, where they don't currently have any. And the SAM is also going into Beijing, where, if you remember from FEC's last turn, they went into the surgical strike, and there was no SAM there for air defense. So we got that covered. So now we've placed units. There's no People's War markers because they still are at 0 morale. So I guess we are ready to collect income. China is at 10 on the income chart. Plus 3 bonus for independent arms sales. And the one they saved puts 14 in their bank once again. And for missiles, I forgot to mention that during purchase. Let's see, they just have 1 major air base. So they will add 1 cruise missile. Yeah, they'll add 1 cruise missile. And I think that's it. These, oh wait, no. This one, the Silkworm is major and minor shipyards add to it. So that is plus 2 more Silkworms. The YJ8 is only majors, so there'll be plus 1 more to that. That's how that'll shake out. I forgot to mention on PAC's turn their missile production, since they're at war now. They picked up 2 more cruise missiles, and I'm pointing at the wrong guys. They picked up 2 more cruise missiles, 2 more anti-ship missiles, and 2 more Tomahawks. Cover that little bit of housekeeping. Okay, Ozark Outpost. Over and out.